Okay, here we go. Vlad TV exclusive. We have Steve Hirsch on the phone right now from Vivid Entertainment. How you doing, Steve?
Doing great, thank you.
Okay, so you guys are in the news right now. Apparently there's some sort of big offer right now for a sex tape. Can you talk about that?
Well, of course, with Kylie Jenner turning 18, we'd be, very interested in working with her on doing some sort of sex tape. Obviously, the ultimate decision is hers, but if it's something that she's willing to consider, we believe that Vivid's the place for her to do it.
Absolutely. Now, what's interesting about the Vivid offer is that you guys are the ones who put out the Kim Kardashian sex tape with Ray J.
Correct. And what I think makes this sort of interesting is that we would want her to do hers with Tyga. So, whereas both Kim and Ray J were celebrities at the time of the tape, Ray J was, arguably even a bigger star than Kim at that time. I think that it would make sense for her and Tyga to do this one together, and, two celebrities are better than one.
Okay. Now, can you go into any sort of details in terms of what the deal with Kim Kardashian was compared to the Kylie one? Was it a bigger deal than what Kylie's getting, or is the Kylie deal bigger?
Well, we don't talk about our specific agreements, but times have changed, and there's a much bigger audience today than there was, years ago when we released the Kim tape. So we think ultimately there would be more money in it for her, but it depends on the performance of the tape, although we're confident that it would do very well.
Okay. And it's interesting because before the Kim Kardashian sex tape, most people had not heard of Kim Kardashian, so she became a star off the sex tape itself. But with Kylie, she's already fairly famous now.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. What's really interesting is that, Kim, I think some people knew Kim. She was more known on the West Coast, I think, than the East Coast because of her relationship with Paris Hilton and, who her father was. And so I think, and Bruce Jenner being her stepfather. So I think that, Kim was well known. Not as well known as Ray J. And then as the tape came out, obviously her career exploded. And as a result of her career exploding, Kylie has a career which, she's able to take advantage of as a result of the TV show and so on. So I guess it would only make sense then that she would make a tape as well.
Sure. Now, when you guys worked out the deal with Kim Kardashian, was Kim's mom, Kris Jenner, was she the one you guys negotiated with?
No, she wasn't.
She wasn't. Okay. Now, but you do have a working relationship with Kim Kardashian because she still has royalties off of the sex tape. Is that correct?
Yeah, again, we don't talk about our specific deals. What I will say is that the Kim tape is by far our biggest seller of all time. Has grossed more dollars than any movie that we've ever put out. And again, we think that Kylie's would do equally as well, if not better.
Okay. Well, my point is, since you guys already have a business relationship with the Kardashians, is this, are you guys already talking with the Kardashians? Is there any sort of communication, or is this something you guys just threw out into the world and is waiting to see what comes back?
No, we did send out a letter, and I'm confident that it was received. And also, it's been reported on that we've made this offer, and I'm sure that they're aware of it, or Kylie and Tyga are aware of the offer. So we don't question the fact that they know it's out there, and we'll just wait and see how they respond.
Okay. Now, your offer, is it $10 million up front plus royalties after you recoup?
No, it is a performance-based offer. So there would be some money initially, and then based on the sales of the tape would be where the rest of the money comes from.
Okay, so it's not $10 million up front in their pocket.
Correct.
Okay. Now, there are other porn companies that have offered offers for Kylie to do a sex tape. I think like Digital Playground and I think Pornhub and stuff like that. Why do you feel confident that Vivid could do a better job than some of these other companies?
Well, first of all, I think if you look at the history of celebrity sex tapes, we've done the vast majority of them. So we know how it works, and we know how to maximize the sales and ultimately maximize the dollars. I don't think there's any question about that. That, as well as the fact that we did do the Kim sex tape, so it would probably make sense for us to do this one as well. But I'm quite confident that ultimately we're the best company for Kylie or any celebrity for that matter to do their sex tape with.
Okay. Now, was there any interest at all from doing a Tiger and Black China sex tape?
Well, we were approached over a year ago with a Tyga sex tape, but he wasn't interested in distribution at that time, so that one sort of went away. But clearly he's not afraid to make sex tapes, and he, I'm sure, understands the value of sex tapes, so, maybe it would make sense for both of them to do it.
Okay, well, I didn't know this. So you guys actually had a Tiger sex tape a year ago. Was it with Black China or was it someone else?
Well, I can't really say who it was with, but I will tell you that there was an offer out there for a Tiger sex tape. We didn't pursue it because he wasn't interested in distribution, but there was one out there.
Okay, and how much did you offer for that sex tape?
We never got to that point.
Oh, okay. So, if you guys do decide to do this type of sex tape, what are going to be some of the specifics in order to put this out? Because it seems like with the Kim Kardashian sex tape, this was already done. It was done and delivered to you already finished. Are you guys looking to do an actual professional production?
Well, again, this would be something that we would discuss with both of them and let them be involved in that decision, whether they wanted to shoot something or they wanted us to shoot something. That would be a decision that we would discuss together. I think the most important thing is that, she would be running, or both of them rather, would be running the show, and they would decide exactly how it worked. And we're fine with that. We want them to be comfortable, and people who are comfortable make great tapes, and great tapes sell well.
Okay. Now, as someone who's been in the business, how many years now?
Well, Vivid is 31 years old, and I was in the business for several years before that, so quite a while.
Okay, so roughly 35 years in the industry. Is that fair?
At least.
At least 35 plus years in the industry.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you think, okay, so, and you said that the Kim K sex tape was the biggest selling sex tape, or the biggest selling project you guys have ever done. Do you think that the Kylie and Tyga sex tape will outsell the Kim K and Ray J tape?
The bar that Kim Kardashian has set is pretty high, so we'll have to see how Kylie's career goes from this point, but I'm quite confident that she'll be successful. Just how successful, I guess we'll all have to wait and see.
Okay. Well, Steve, thank you so much for spending the time to explain all this to us, and, anxious to see whether this actually comes together or not.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Okay. Thanks, Steve.
Take care. Bye-bye.
So he was very honest, and he says, I don't write that way. I don't know how. So Drake was just kind of showing him how to take his ideas and turn them into a story and to make that story come back around.
He basically was like letting me know, I know who you is. I know we got a lot of the same people, man, but we ain't dead, nigga. Basically. And I was like on a defense.